Welcome to my channel. I've always wanted to say that, and now I get the chance to because of this project. One thing is that my daughter's in my room, so there's going to be just a little bit of background noise because she's watching something, but I do have my headphones on, so I think the audio should be better. One other thing is that I am no way good at technology. I don't know how to edit videos. I'm not a YouTuber, so I did this the best way that I thought I could, which is I created a website. And I'm going to have to show you through my computer like this because, like I said, I don't know how to edit. But I have the link for the website on my submission paper, so you can follow along through there. So the big question for this project was, is the 21st century the best time to be alive? And do I believe that the world is becoming a better or a worse place to live in? Why do I think that is? And what evidence do I have to support my own opinion? So the website I created is based off of my own opinion. And in my own opinion, I think that the 21st century is the worst place to be alive in, worst time to be alive in. That is because of everything that's going on in the world, how ruthless people are, how judgmental everyone is, and how, just how it has evolved. So the website I created, it has 4 tabs that have, its main categories, which the first one is technology, second one's about leaders, third is about wildlife, and the fourth is about death. So the first page is about technology, and I asked 3 questions on there. Has technology made the world a bad place? Is technology hurting us? And how has it affected you? So all of my tabs on my website consist of images that I took from Google, and all the images are really kind of self-explanatory. So the first one is technology and how it has taken over the world, basically, especially social media, how we're all tied to our phones and our devices. I don't know one person that could live without their phone for a day. I know I can't. It just shows how we're all hooked to it, and this picture is really funny where this couple is on a date and they're both using just on their phones. No one's, doesn't, there is just no human interaction whatsoever. People have forgotten how to communicate in person. But yeah, so this page is all because of that, and it shows how, the technology has made this century just worse. We have forgotten, who we really are as humans. So my second page is about leaders, and I just picked like the leaders who aren't doing well, who are just making it worse and worse. And the question I asked was, what have our leaders done for us? My first pick is Donald Trump, because I have not seen anything good that he has done for this country or his people. My second pick is Putin. He's always been, the president of Russia since I've known him, and he's been on and off elected or, just been president. Here's a picture of them together. Shocks. They're friends. Here's a picture of Jong Kim Jin. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. I'm sorry. I tried. Honestly tried. But he's not that great of a leader either for his country from what I've read. And shocks, look, surprisingly they have a picture with Trump as well. How come, all these leaders that aren't doing so great, that aren't great role models, are all friends? Anyway, so, that's not doing a good, that's not doing so good for our century. My third my third tab is about wildlife. And the question I had up here is, how bad is the wildlife and nature suffering? So the images I took, to put up here is basically about how extinct some animals have become and how they're dying because of how, how everything's working out. The wildfires, how there's so many volcanoes are erupting, and how the ice is melting in Antarctica, and how all these animals just, their home places are just like being destroyed, and they're just going extinct because of it. It's pretty sad. And how that's why I believe it's, this century is not the best to live in, because we're losing so much of the nature in general. And my fourth tab is about death. Okay. And my question was, what has been the reason for more deaths? So my first image that I chose was, I am sure everyone has heard of this saying, guns don't kill people, people kill people. I agree with that 100%. Because people are so ruthless, So, also there's a picture of like the war that's happening in like, in like Afghanistan, like all these things that are happening in Israel. All these people, kids are dying because of, like guns and bombs. And then this picture I chose is from China, how they have like these concentration camps where they're collecting all the Muslim people that live in their country and putting them in concentration camps and having them, they're trying to, have them not practice their religion. They're making them eat pork, which Muslims aren't allowed to. They're having them not pray 5 times a day. They're taking their hijabs off, which is, hijab is like when you're covered with a scarf. They're taking those off. They're making women get married, Muslim women get married with non-Muslim males, which, that's not what the religion is about. And they're making sure that these Muslims are not fasting during the month of Ramadan. So they're making sure that, because they're, trying to make them eat during the day, which we're not allowed to. And right now, it's Ramadan time. So I've seen some, articles on how and videos on how they're making them like drink water and eat, so they know that they're not fasting. And they're also making them drink alcohol, which Muslims are not allowed to drink alcohol. So all these bad things people are doing to people, basically. And they're, if they're not obeying, if these Muslims aren't obeying them, they kill them. Yeah. Another thing that's really bad this century is that a lot of mass school shootings, which is not a great, it's school. You'd expect your kids to be safe in a school, but then these things happen, and then it's like nothing is safe, nowhere is safe anymore. That's the big one that we're going through right now. Virus, right? There's always something new, some new virus that always comes out, but the time right now, everyone's stuck in their houses. They're trying to find vaccination, and a lot of people are dying from it. I don't know if I believe all the people that are dying are from this virus, but that's what they're saying. So virus is a big one on killing people. Another thing that's really become worse is that during this century is that a lot of people are committing suicide. And that, I think that has a lot to do when I tie it in with technology, that they're being cyber bullied from people that they don't even know, from different countries. And, they get so much bullied that they've had enough, and that, they take their own life, which is really sad. I don't know anyone personally that has done this, but it's happening a lot in the world. So I think that was my last image. So basically all of these pages that kind of tie into on how, how negative this century has been, and how, people have been selfish and ruthless and judgmental, and they don't care but no one but themselves. And just, a lot of people are just, our leaders are just there for power. They don't really care what people want, what people need. They're just doing their own thing, trying to, move up. And that's basically it. And my last page is just references from like, where the images came from. So that's pretty much it. And I hope that answered the question and from, my perspective. All right. Thank you.